Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. If this is the first time that you're seeing me, I am the Hermit Tarot and this is my YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing a pick a group tarot reading. As you can see, I have 3 groups laid out before me. Before I properly introduce the groups, I do just want to introduce the topic for today's reading. Thankfully, I'm filming your intro after I've done all of your groups, so I can confidently say that this is what you can expect in your reading. We're mainly focusing on your manifestations, your current energy. We're having a look at what and who you are manifesting based on your current energy, where you're at, the vibration you're putting out. For those who are unfamiliar, this is very much tailored off the theory of the law of attraction. In terms of what you put out there is what you get back. So based on your current vibration, what are you going to receive and who is being attracted towards you? Now, aside from what we'll be covering on the YouTube portion, there will also be an extended reading on my website. The extended reading will be for each of the 3 groups. So if the first part resonates, you're more than welcome to extend the reading and have a look at who is manifesting you. That's what we'll be covering for each of the 3 groups. Who is manifesting you? What are they manifesting / why are they manifesting you? What do they hope from your connection, etc. And then we're going to get advice on what should you do, because even though somebody is manifesting you and wanting you to be a part of your life, sometimes that's not in your best interest. So we're going to have a look at what your advice for your best interest is as well, and all of that will be on the extended reading, which will be on my website. So without further ado, let me zoom into your groups and introduce them to you. So starting from over here, we have group 1 with the selenite palm stone. If you are drawn to this palm stone, then you will be a part of group 1's reading. It is a selenite crystal that has been carved and polished into a palm stone, which is very helpful for manifestation. If you want to know more about selenite crystals, I highly recommend that you Google it. I cannot confidently give you properties for each of these crystals, but selenite is known as the recharger of crystals. So if you're drawn to this crystal, you will be a part of group 1's reading. Group 2, you have the labradorite palm stone over here, and labradorite is a beautiful piece of almost opal. It has a very iridescent quality to it. When it refracts in the right light, you can see some blues, sometimes some greens, even some reds. Labradorite is a very interesting crystal. It is highly connected to your intuition, and it is usually a crystal used to help confirm what you are picking up on when it comes to your intuition. So if you feel drawn to this crystal, you'll be a part of group 2. Last but not least, we have the smoky quartz palm stone. So different from clear quartz, it's called smoky because it does have a slight opaqueness to it, a slight hue, a smoky hue. Its properties are connected to protection / cleansing, but I highly recommend that you Google these crystals yourself if you want more clear defined purposes / reasons why you would buy this crystal. All I can tell you is it is definitely a smoky quartz palm stone crystal. So if you do feel drawn to this crystal, you will be a part of group 3's reading today. So those are the 3 groups, everyone. As I mentioned, this is a manifestation pick a group reading, focusing on what and who you are manifesting based on your current energy. In the extended reading, we're looking at who is manifesting you, what do they hope will happen, and what should you do. I recommend that you keep that intention at the forefront of your mind when you try to select a group. Remind yourself what the topic is and what information you hope to gain from your reading before you select a group. If you do need more time, I do have a 1-minute meditation that will play after this clip, and that meditation was created with the pure intention of helping connect you to your intuition so that you can confidently and intuitively select a group that you feel most drawn to. Otherwise, pause the video if you do need more time to decide in your own weird, wild, wonderful way. When you know which of these 3 groups you're feeling most drawn to, click on the timestamps in the description box and join me in your reading. So the first thing I want you to do with me is to take in 2 deep, mindful breaths. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to focus on clearing your mind. It's natural to have thoughts racing at this point. I want you to embrace each thought as it comes and let it slip as quickly as it came in. Focus on clearing and balancing out these thoughts so that they come and go without a desire to be attached to them. And now, with a rested mind, I want you to think of the first group that comes to your mind. It may be a number, it may be an object that I showed you. It could be a specific color, it could be a feeling that you felt when I showed you each of the groups today. When you are ready and when you feel confident, select your group and join me in your reading. Hi Group 1 and welcome to your reading. If you chose this selenite palm stone, then this is going to be your reading. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to put your stone over here for now. We'll have it kind of still in frame just in case. I do think that selenite was a very interesting choice for you, but we'll talk more about that and see if it correlates to your reading in a second. I just want to explain that I have pre-shuffled some oracle cards for you. We're asking Spirit, who and what are you manifesting? We're actually going to be focusing on the what first. These are your pre-shuffled oracle cards for what you are manifesting. And then we have who you are manifesting over here in these pre-shuffled oracle cards. Now, if you chose the selenite crystal, I'm getting an energy based on what I did see from your cards. I didn't see all of them, but I saw some. There's this feeling of this group spending a lot of time healing, potentially recharging, and just being consistent with your energy. I think that this is a lesson most of you have been through. And for others, this is a lesson that you are going to continue to experience. Because I see how this group, with the selenite, may either be in a space of having a lot to offer to somebody, or may need to be more aware of that and be more mindful of how you may be overspending your energy at times, so that you are able to invest all of this precious energy into the right things, the right people. So without further ado, let's have a look at what you are manifesting. We have Magnolia, Nobility, and we have Affection, Sorrow. So the Sorrow card on this deck has a lot of other influences. We've got the fire energy, we have the number 12, and we also have Taurus on this card. So I feel like when it comes down to what you're manifesting, there is a feeling here of you manifesting more experiences. And I think that you're someone who is supposed to have more indulgent experiences in the near future. I could see how this group may even experience an increase in income to be able to cater for this new lifestyle. But nobility in general is just making me think that you're a group who is supposed to kind of be a bit affluent, you know, like you're supposed to be able to lead a lifestyle that you want. And I think that if you're not there yet, this is what you are manifesting. This is what you are bringing into your energy. This feeling of being able to experience life and try things and not be so frugal and not be so cautious. There's a lot of sacral chakra energy on this card, but I feel like we got there because we've put a lot of effort into our foundation, into our root chakra, into protecting ourselves when necessary, and then also creating stability for ourselves to be able to build upon. I see that you are an expanding group, and I think that most of you have reached a level of status where you have now opened up a new door to be able to experience more than you have thus far. And when I'm talking about experiences, I'm talking about some of you even getting to kind of travel and try new cultures and foods, and being able to kind of see what you like more and try new things to see if you like new things. There's a strong feeling of you guys being able to do this regularly and not needing to wait all year to do it. You know, so I definitely see a boost in income. And I feel like based on these oracle cards, you're a group who may have put a lot of effort into this. And you may even get little tastes of this along the way to kind of help remind you that you are more of a sensual creature, someone whose senses need to be kind of stimulated. And that's what living is for you, whether it's the food sense in terms of your tastes, and smells, or whether it's more of like you physically being in environments that you find stimulating for all the right reasons. And I see that this group is divided. Some of you guys find a cityscape to be very stimulating, while others of you prefer natural sort of landscapes to be more stimulating. But the goal here is for you to be more stimulated and to kind of experience more, I feel, in your near future. Let's get some tarot out to clarify. I'm trying to figure out a spread that will work. We'll do this first. Actually, yeah, let's use the Halloween deck. All right. Considering it is nearly Halloween at the time that I'm filming this, what is group 1 manifesting? What is group 1 manifesting, please, Spirit? Now, there will be an extended reading today as well, group 1. As I explained in the intro, in the extended reading, we are looking at who is manifesting you. We have the 9 of Potions coming out. What is group 1 manifesting? We have the Lovers coming out. And we have the 8 of Needles. So in terms of what, let's have a look at the back of the deck. We have the Knight of Candles. In terms of what you're manifesting, I definitely see this group being a group that has the potential to kind of change their lifestyle based on a very big decision that you are going to be able to make very soon. And I'm saying this in a very empowering way because that's how it should feel, but I could see how this is creating nervousness, and some of you aren't going to feel 100% confident when you make this decision. You are mostly manifesting more happiness, more experiences for self, and a sense of self-fulfillment. There is a strong feeling of pride in this group, but in a healthy way, like you have a reason to be proud of yourself. I do also see achievement. So I feel like if you are currently actively working on a goal and you're hoping that you're successful, this goal has something to do with elevating your lifestyle and kind of giving you more balance and more joy. I do see this paying off a lot sooner than you're expecting, mostly because of that hard work that you put in at the root chakra base level. I also see that this big decision will help align you with kind of the right people as well with this Lovers card. It feels like what you are manifesting and who you are manifesting go hand in hand. And for some of you, you're really manifesting a strong, strong friendship. And this could develop into romance for those who are single and seeking. But for those who are just kind of in a space where they have made a lot of transitions, they've made a lot of developments, I do see more connection for you. I see a strong sense of friendship and a kindred energy of you finding someone who is very similar to you and connecting with them deeply. I also see with the 8 of Needles that this sorrel energy, this affection, has a lot to do with kind of you feeling like you've been missing a piece of yourself out there. I definitely feel like what you are manifesting has a lot to do with you feeling more connected to your environment, more connected to the world. Maybe you've felt lonely or alone. You can feel alone without feeling lonely at times. They may have just had experiences recently in which you felt like you were a bit like a fish out of water. And this Eight of Needles is almost like you kind of feeling more at ease with your surroundings and with everything that you've put yourself through, because I feel like this is a group that is very restrictive at times, and maybe you've had to make sacrifices and you've had to kind of really push through some of your adversities in order to get closer to your goals. But I see a lot of happiness, I see a lot of fulfillment, I see a lot of a strong sense of pride and being proud of who you are and what you've done. But I also see that all of this strong connection to self and affirmation towards self is attracting connection and friendship towards you as well. With the Knight of Candles reversed at the back of the deck, I do see you guys kind of, through your experiencing of the world, whether that includes travel or not, it does feel like you kind of need to travel, because I feel like you're going to be manifesting this whole, how do I word it, like leveling up of character. I do think that something that you've wanted is going to happen in a way that maybe isn't as conventional as you expected, but it is fitting the mold of something that you've been actively manifesting. I just think with the Knight of Candles reversed that it's happening in a way where you may need to kind of pinch yourself and claim it and actively claim it, because you're so used to working for it that maybe there's even a little bit of imposter syndrome once it comes. You kind of feel like, geez, I don't know if this is what I deserve, or I don't know if this is real yet. Is it real? So I kind of think this Knight of Candles reversed is like you kind of aligning your energy with your environment more, seeking out those experiences so that you're more aware of what you enjoy doing, and then putting your energy in the right place to be able to kind of embrace those experiences and claim them as well. I also see some of you guys moving, because what you do experience while you're kind of out there trying to gain stimulation is feeling more like home than where you're currently residing. So I do think that travel or trying something new is going to lead you to kind of relocating even, and switching up your lifestyle quite drastically. It may depend on who you are and where you're at in your journey. Like, it's not going to be that radical for all of you, but I could easily see how you could even change continents, some of you. It does feel like this is a big decision, and you're manifesting a lot of autonomy and power in your decisions. There is a strong sense of like shifting everything based on what you perceive your choices are and what actions you choose to take based on those choices. Strong sense of self though, and empowerment in your group. So let's have a look at who you are manifesting now. We'll move that over into the middle, and we'll have a look at your oracle cards. So in terms of who you're manifesting, from the Gem Oracle deck, we have fossilized wood. Taurus could be significant. It's come out twice now. We also have support, and support was reversed, but I don't know if I'm taking reversals in this deck. We also have, from my Oracle deck, the Hero card, which is Get Free by Major Lazer. Pause it if you want to read the lyrics. So based on your oracle cards alone, you're definitely manifesting more affection. You're definitely manifesting connection and comfort. I see a lot of like relaxing, especially if things have been busy and hard, and in terms of like your routine's been really demanding recently. You're manifesting more moments to indulge and relax and kind of get into a stable routine, one in which your responsibilities are taken care of, but there's enough room to indulge and recharge. I see a lot of recharging for this group, and you're recharging through connection to others. When it comes to who you're manifesting, a lot of you are manifesting someone who feels like home, someone who is very supportive. You're manifesting someone who has a strong sense of care and compassion. They're a very devoted person, a loyal person. For most of you, this is going to create a very, very strong friendship. And then for others of you, this is going to be that kind of best friend / lover. So it depends on whether you're seeking romance or not. If you are seeking a romantic connection, this person is going to also be a very, very close friend because of how supportive they are, how attentive they are. They are someone who is constantly kind of checking in with you, but they're someone who I feel you can spend a lot of downtime with. I think they're going to fill a lot of your free time, this person, and you're going to get very comfortable around them. I see that this person is somewhat of a hero, or they may have like a hero archetype about their personality, which makes them want to provide and take care of and kind of fight battles for. There's a bit of chivalry in this connection. This is the kind of person that would want to do acts of service to show their devotion. It could be as simple as opening and closing doors for you, to just kind of making it more known that they're someone who wants to take care of and provide for you. Let's see what Tarot has to say about this person as well. Who is Group 1 manifesting? Who is Group 1 manifesting, Spirit? Who is Group 1 manifesting? We have the Empress reversed. We also have the Princess of Swords. Who is Group 1 manifesting? We have the Princess of Cups reversed. It is a bit crooked, isn't it? There we go. And at the back of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands upright. Let me just get a quick sip of water because it's getting hot in Australia. Holy heck. A lot of emotion between the two of you. This is going to be a strong emotional connection. A very loyal person is what keeps coming up. This is the kind of person who will go to those moments that are significant to you, whether they are just a friend or you are seeking romance. I see this being someone who will go to funerals, birthdays, graduations, weddings, you know, all of it. If that's what's important to you. This person does value family. They are a fighter. They're someone who likes to feel like they are needed. And it does stem from a place of being conditioned to be that way. I don't want to say it's necessarily insecurity. It's more that this person feels like if you love something, if you love someone, you really need to kind of show it, and you shouldn't hesitate to show it either. A kind of traditional view in that point, I guess, but maybe they just come from a background where a lot of their loved ones did this. This is definitely somebody who has a lot of courage. I would consider them to be brave in their own way. For some of you, this is an introverted personality though. You're going to see their more extroverted tendencies, but a lot of other people underestimate this person. I see them as being someone who's constantly striving to be better than who they were. They may even have a bit of a complicated past. For some of you, it feels like they're running away from their past, but that's not necessarily going to apply to all of you. I just think this is someone who likes to feel like they're progressing. They don't ever like to feel like they're going backwards. They're going to see you as a huge level up in their world, like they kind of had to do certain things to be able to align with you. For some of you, I'm hearing I had to kind of do this and that to be able to deserve someone like you. So they have a bit of a distorted view of self in a not so healthy way, a bit self-deprecating at times. But I also feel like this person can also be very confident, and they're going to be someone who brings out a more confident version of yourself. This is definitely someone who has a very strong sense of like supporting, wanting to be a supporting character, wanting to be a very giving, kind sort of pillar in your life. And that isn't just exclusive to you. They will also care about those that you care about. There's a strong sense of mutual connection with this person, maybe even having children with them, or your children being friends. Whatever it is, it's intergenerational with this person. They have a very big impact, and it's not just exclusive to you. The other thing I'm getting is there's a strong feeling of them learning a lot through you. And I don't know if they'll be open and communicative about that, but I feel like this person presents such a hard front, and you're going to not realize how much of an impact you have on them at first. They may be very kind of, for some of you, come across as a very capable person. Like, why do they need you, for example? But I feel like they gain so much perspective from you. They gain so much excitement from you. They gain so much purpose from you. It feels like you help give this person or find this person's purpose. And I think that you bring a curiosity that they've kind of been seeking. This person feels like someone who does get a bit stuck in routines, or whose life can become a little bit numbing and boring. And I think that you bring a lot of fun into this person's world, and you help expand each other's social life as well. One of you may have a really big family, or you already have a family of your own that this person becomes very invested in, but I just feel like you really help kind of reshape each other's wants and needs. And there is this feeling of having similar values, but I don't think this person's had the chance to really explore some of those values. It reminds me of when like people are born into like a single child family, but all they really wanted was siblings, you know, and so then they go on to have huge families of their own. That's what it kind of feels like, just as an example. It's not going to be the verbatim situation for all of you. And then I also feel like this person is going to have moments where they're learning how to be more mature with the way that they approach loving connections, whether this is just friendship or romance. I see that this person has a very kind of rudimentary view of love and friendship, and I do think that you bring a lot of depth, and you help to reshape some of that attachment to be more healthy and more realistic over a longer period of time. I almost feel like this person's sense of devotion is almost cartoony, like it doesn't translate well to the real world. It doesn't necessarily fit into life and life's nuances. And I think that you teach this person that there are many different ways to show affection, connection, and devotion, whereas this person assumed that there was only one way of doing that, and that did burn them out in previous connections. I feel like, again, this is a very loyal person. I just don't think they've had a full opportunity to be able to give and receive that loyalty and love in the way that they will with you. This is definitely someone who will go through a lot of experiences with you. So let's have a look at what else we can know about this person's impact. Why is this person, or how will this person help group one's future? How will this person, and how will group one help this person's future? How will group one contribute towards this person's future? Okay. At the back of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands. So in terms of how you'll kind of be a part of each other's future, the Ten of Wands says that you help kind of share the load of burden. For some of you, this is a blended family. You'll both have your own children that you're bringing into this relationship. Even if it is a friendship, you're raising your children with them. But for others of you, that's just another example of a sense of a strong, sometimes burdensome sense of responsibility. This person is someone who can help alleviate the load for you, and vice versa. You're very supportive, you're very helpful, and there's this strong feeling of trying to kind of come to each other's aid when things become too difficult to do alone. And I just feel like this connection is one where it is supposed to be supportive, and at times it may only feel like a burden if people are putting too much emphasis on, again, the way that you show affection to one another. This is an overgiver, and you may need to be the one to say, like, listen, you don't need to do that. Like, I don't expect you to do this for me. I really just want you to be there. When I say your presence is more than enough, I genuinely mean it. I just feel like there's going to have to be a strong sense, and there will, because there is a strong feeling of you knowing each other, but I could almost see how you're the one who's constantly kind of pulling this person up, because you recognize those traits within yourself, and this is something that you've had to align with. You're in a space where you're learning to be more self-focused, self-aware, and figuring out how to kind of be self-fulfilling, and you're teaching this person that. So how will they help you? I'm seeing the Four of Wands and the Universe reversed, which is the World card in this deck. I feel like the way that they'll contribute to your future is they bring a lot of stability, they bring a lot of joy, they bring a strong sense of dependability and reliability. This is someone who you can always rely on. They feel like they're at a lot of family functions, I can't lie. You may even get married to this person if they're a romantic partner. And there's a strong feeling of coming home to this person as though you've met them before, or you've waited your whole life to meet them. And with the Universe reversed, I do firmly believe that this is someone who you can continue to evolve with. But I think when it comes to the future, I see you starting a new chapter of your life in tandem with you meeting this person. And I see that they do help you clear out a lot of karma. There's something very healing about this friendship that you both have at the crux of whatever this relationship turns into. And that friendship helps clear out a lot of lessons that you've been struggling to kind of overcome by yourself, a lot of karma that you've been struggling to deal with by yourself. And there is a strong feeling of being able to kind of have stability in this connection with them, enough to be able to move through those challenges, adversities, and general issues that life throws our way. Now, when it comes to how you'll help them, we have the Queen of Cups reversed and the Six of Pentacles upright. So I feel like the way that you'll contribute to their future is, again, that message of changing their mind about how to love and how affection is displayed and devotion is displayed. There is a strong feeling of them trusting and relying on you to lead them when it comes to intuitive decisions, when it comes to emotional decisions, and when it comes to acting out of a deeper, more unconditional version of love. I almost feel like this person gets very attached and then may have also experienced a lot of like disconnect in similar situations of friendship and partnership. Because they are so giving, it's highly likely that this person is learning to kind of give in a more balanced way again, with realistic expectations of whoever they're in connection with. I see that you help this person feel like they are supported again, but I also see that there is a huge lesson here in reciprocity with the Six of Pentacles. I do see a leveling up of material success in this person's life because of your influence. You bring some practical knowledge. You also bring some wisdom and experience in something that they had been struggling to develop materially. Maybe you have had similar experiences and it's more of like, this is what I did, give it a go, see how it works for you. Or maybe you are a professional of some sort that can help them get that area of their life in order. But I just see that they actually get a lot of advice from you and they get a lot of confirmation from you. I almost feel like this person is intuitive, or at least somewhat attuned to the right things that they should be doing, but they do experience a lot of self-doubt, and your presence is very grounding for them, healing for them, and reassuring for them. I do think that this person may struggle to fully describe in a profound way just how impactful your presence is in their life in the future, because you bring each other so much stability and harmony, and there's a strong feeling of supplementing each other's deficits. So that's what I'm seeing for you, group 1, when it comes to what and who you are manifesting. I will be taking this into the extended now, where we'll have a look at who is manifesting you. It may be very similar, because I could see how this sort of person is someone who is definitely wanting you in their life. So we'll see what comes through. Obviously, if we get a lot of Taurus symbolism, then it's obviously going to be very much the same person. But if we do get that, then we're going to have a look at who else is coming in, just to kind of keep it a bit fresh, so that you're not just getting the same messages again. And that will be your extended reading. We're going to try to be as specific as possible in the extended reading. If you'd like to join me there, the link is in the description box. I will also be getting advice on what you should do, because just because someone is manifesting you doesn't mean it's always in your best interest. So we'll have a look and see what your advice is. As I said, the link to your extended is in the description box. The extended reading will be on my website. Thank you so much, group 1, for tuning in. I appreciate all your time, your energy, and your support. Thank you for being here, and I hope to connect with you in another video. Bye. Hi, group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Labradorite palm stone over here, then this is going to be your reading. Welcome. We're asking Spirit, what and who are you manifesting? And we're going to also have an extended reading, which will be looking at who is manifesting you. But to get there, we have to start here. So I've pre-shuffled some oracle cards for you, which we will be clarifying with tarot along the way, and maybe pulling more oracle cards if we need to. We'll see how we go. Over here we have what are you manifesting, and over here we have who. So we're going to start with what, because it's a little bit easier to kind of get into, and it sometimes correlates to who as well. For example, this is the card I saw when I shuffled it out. You have Primrose, New Love, as your first oracle card. We also have Leadership, and I do take reversals in this deck. And we have Productivity, Kent Pumpkin. Now, there's interesting symbolism on all of these oracle cards, but over here, this card has a lot of pink. And in this deck, pink represents sweetness, romance, friendship, healing, and compassion. There is a little bit of green, which is also representative of healing. And I just kind of feel like overall, you guys are manifesting strong, strong connections that can kind of help build on what maybe you've already worked through with other people or in other situations. I do believe that you're manifesting new opportunities in connection and love. I think for some of you, this is going to kind of be something that isn't just romance, though. Like, even though there is a lot of romance in this card, I do think that with an energy that high vibrational, you're attracting a lot towards you. So it's highly likely that a lot of people are attracted to you right now, group 2, or you may have this strong pull towards you. And when I say attracted, I mean like physically and energetically. So I almost feel like this is a group that is going to start generating, if you haven't already, a lot of friendship as well as romance. The thing about this card is your energy is something that I feel you're either very aware of or something that you're really kind of heightened at the moment. It feels like your energy at times can be also very passionate and just radiates with like a lot of positivity, whether you feel like that all the time or not. I think group 2, that your energy is just like a magnet and people are very drawn to you. I'm also seeing that you may have a lot of people from your past kind of checking in on you and trying to kind of look into the window that is your life right now, trying to kind of figure out where you're at, what you're up to, what you're doing. And I think that this new love energy has a strong feeling of like wanting to kind of keep up with you, people who fell to the wayside in the past. But I think above all, the reason why you are attracting new love is because there's a strong feeling of you have leveled up and your energy deserves new love, whether that's new love opportunities with people who have been able to grow, evolve, and develop with you, or whether that's new love opportunities with people who are brand new altogether. We'll see what tarot has to say. Now over here, With leadership reversed, I feel like you are attracting partnership. Some of you are attracting a contract that is going to work in your favor and help you achieve a goal that is currently on your manifestation list. It could be a house, it could be a car, it could be a holiday. It's something about like finances and attracting an outcome that works in your favor. I think that in the interim, though, to get that outcome, you are attracting someone who can kind of help guide you and help you find that best possible outcome for you. Someone who can take the reins a little bit with leadership reversed, but someone who doesn't just take control of the outcome. It feels like you're attracting an outcome that works in your favor, a decision that works in your favor, or a contract that works in your favor. I do see that you're manifesting some sort of communication as well. I feel like this communication does have to do with somebody taking initiative to reach out to you first, and it could be in relation to partnership. It feels like you're manifesting somebody else's courage to be able to communicate with you. And I also think that you're manifesting a lot of stability in general. The thing about your stability, though, is that it has to be unstable temporarily because you're growing. So I feel like maybe some of you group 2 are already feeling stable now, but I see that you're going from maybe the 4 of Pentacles to the 6, or the 6 of Pentacles to the 8. There is a strong feeling of needing to kind of progress and have slight moments of instability in which this professional person may be able to help get you to the next level, or this partner may be able to help get you to the next level. I definitely see a leveling up, and I also see you manifesting communication that works in your favor when it comes to a goal that is currently on your manifestation list. And for some of you, that includes romance and that includes romance and your financial goals. So over here with the productivity card, I kind of feel like for this group, you're starting some sort of new cycle. And I just realized we have an up of numbers. We start with the 6 and we go to the 8. I kind of feel like you're getting into the flow of something. I don't want to say you're manifesting a routine, because I don't think many people would do that, but it kind of feels like you're manifesting the opportunity to be able to like focus on something and get it done, if that makes sense. Maybe you are very busy, or you get distracted easily, or things have felt a little helter-skelter in terms of here, there, and everywhere, and it's been hard for you to stay focused on a task. But I'd see with this productivity, you're manifesting this kind of reward and your kind of focused hard work in the interim. It's very odd, and I don't think this is a conscious manifestation. This is probably subconscious. I just think that your energy is very high vibrational, so maybe you feel more drawn to kind of give yourself more outlets and more fun and more joy. But I also see that subconsciously, and this could stem from a place of, dang, I'm not doing enough, you're also manifesting productivity. And with this card being 8, Earth, and Cancer, it feels like this productivity has to do with you putting your head down and just getting something done to get the outcome, to get the reward. Really kind of putting your head down and mastering it. For some of you, this has to do with education and becoming qualified in some way. But for others of you, it just feels like there's something big that you want to achieve and you have to work on it consistently. And so that's why it feels like you're almost manifesting a routine that works for you so that you can get closer towards this goal. With Cancer being there, I do think that a lot of this manifestation has to do with learning to be kinder to yourself in how you talk to yourself and how you recognize your emotional needs in tandem with your maybe material desires, because a lot of this manifestation seems to be about you working towards a material growth or leveling up your material world, your emotional world. But I do think in order to do that, you have to be consciously and subconsciously aware of when you need time out, when you need time to recharge, and when you just need to be a little bit easier on yourself during that day. So let's clarify, shall we? We'll get the Halloween tarot. What is group 2 manifesting, please, Spirit? What is group 2 manifesting? Keep looking when it comes to gathering information about whatever this broccoli energy was, because I do think the right information is going to find you. I see you manifesting answers to problems with ease, but you have to keep communication open. You have to keep Googling it. You have to keep checking social media. You have to keep talking to other people about your challenges so that they can offer solutions. You have to be honest about what you're going through, because I do see you getting answers to challenges that you're facing, whether it's as minor as maybe you've just moved into a new place and you have an ant infestation and you don't want to fumigate, so what else can you do? Talking to people about that will give you the answers. Could be as significant as you're trying to buy your dream car, but you don't want to be stuck with a hefty loan, or you're a bit nervous about going to the dealership and being taken advantage of at their financial aid department. So you talk to somebody about it and you find out that they have a broker friend who could probably help you get a very competitive loan at a rate or in terms that suit you. That's what I feel. I feel like you got to be really chatty and like a little bit more social than what you're used to when it comes to communicating your problems to get the answers that you seek from the people around you. I see you being surrounded by a community of either professionals or people who have experience and can kind of give you the answers you seek. What else can you tell them about what they are manifesting? And for some of you, there is a challenge in your life currently that you're struggling with, and it feels like someone in your close circle has the information you need, like a friend or a friend of the family, a family member, like not too far. There's like second degree of separation is what I feel, max. So at the back of the deck, we have the Fool. We also have Death coming out. So weird to say. We have Death coming out. We have the 8 of Potions. We have the 4 of Potions reversed. And we have the Knight of Potions reversed. So you're definitely manifesting love. And I think that this is operating on an unconscious level as well. Subconscious level. I do think that you're manifesting the right person at the right time, but I can also see how a lot of you already have someone in your energy who is trying to find the courage to approach you. And this is a message that may have found you in other readings. With the Fool at the back of the deck, you are manifesting courage. You're manifesting those around you to have courage. You're manifesting new beginnings in general. You're manifesting a fresh start. You're manifesting the ability to walk away from situations that no longer serve you. You're manifesting the clarity to be able to see when a situation no longer serves you. And you're also manifesting a release of old baggage and anything that doesn't serve you. And for some of you, this is an active part of your affirmations. Like you constantly say to yourself, I release what no longer serves me, help me attract what is meant for my highest good. But for a lot of you, this is based upon your actions, based upon your thoughts, based upon what you say to yourself and to others. You are manifesting this clarity of knowing, very strong intuition, and also the ability to be able to let go of things that aren't meant for you and to recognize when an opportunity is meant for you. And a lot of this has to do with your emotions, sweets. It has to do with your healing, and it has to do with connection. A lot of this is going to have secondary effects in your material world. For example, I see a leveling up of lifestyle, but I feel like it has to do with you trying to chase your happiness, trying to find your joy, and trying to focus on what is positive for your impact, for your well-being, I also see you having a very strong impact on those around you. And I feel like people will be seeking you out if they haven't already, just to kind of spend more time with you and to get used to this high vibration that you're in, especially those that have known you for a while and they've seen you in heavier, darker times. But the tarot is indicating a rebirth for you. It's indicating endings. and you letting go of what has been and what is no longer meant to be. It also is indicating that you are manifesting an opportunity to kind of try something that is around you but hasn't been claimed by you. It feels like this is a romantic connection. It feels like at the very least it's a friendship, a very strong friendship, a very sweet person who may be either introverted, shy, or just have lacked the sort of direct courage that was needed in the past. It looks like you're manifesting their ability to feel confident enough on how they feel for you to take clear, decisive action towards you. Excuse me, I'm just wiping my nose. I do think that this Knight of Potions reversed with the Four of Potions reversed is this person figuring out and you recognizing that this isn't a missed opportunity and there is something here worth exploring. I just think that it has to be done in a very fun, playful, sweet way, with compassion and patience towards each other's setbacks, because I do think that for some reason this person has setbacks. Why, Spirit? The Knight of Candles reversed. A lot of it is courage, I'm not going to lie. They haven't felt like they've been in their power and their confident energy, and they've also felt like their energy had to be elsewhere. Why? The Four of Candles. This person is just focusing on being stable enough to come towards you. They are definitely trying to appear confident, and I don't think that they want to come towards you if they don't have their ducks in a row. For some of you, this has to do with moving. This also has to do with them getting used to a new place or getting used to a new situation that they found themselves in, whether it's a new workplace or a new kind of lifestyle. I feel like this person may have had a new job recently, or they've had some money issues that they've had to focus on. And so you've just had to kind of give them space. They have also been healing something from their past and trying to be a better version for you and for this connection. I also think that this person has had some issues pop up from their past that they've had to deal with within their family or within their friend group. It feels like friendship. We also have the Eight of Needles reversed. So I feel like a lot of this has to do with this person getting their head straight and just recognizing that they have power. Even when they feel powerless, their actions are their power. And I also think that for some of you, they or you thought that the other was out of their league, and just working on the sense of self-worth and trying to figure out what they want when it comes to love and relationships, trying to make sure that they're ready for something more serious because you come across as a very serious person. Well, aside from them, the only other thing tarot is telling me is that a lot of you are manifesting this feeling of don't come towards me unless you come correct. And that isn't just about this person. That is also about family members, friends, acquaintances, people from your past, people who are yet to cross paths with you. You have a very direct feeling about you. Even though you may look very happy, positive, and fun, I feel like a lot of people are kind of met with an energetic barrier when it comes to you. And if they can't match that energy, they're immediately forced to back. Like it feels like there's this strong divine protection around you that is repelling certain people around you. And if they do make it through the barrier, because like sometimes, you know, if you got the balls, you're still going to be able to go and talk to the queen. Well, the king now, I shouldn't have said that. But I do see that you have this clearness about you that just knocks people back if they don't have the right intentions, if they are trying to be malicious, malevolent, and if they, for some reason, are trying to kind of emulate a past experience that you've had with relationships, friendships, etc. I feel like you have a very clear, no bullshit radar, and you see straight through people. So that's pretty much all that tarot and the oracle cards are telling me when it comes to what you're manifesting. Obviously, there's a lot of secondary effects, but a big focus on your emotional being and connection. Let's have a look at who you are manifesting now. We have Red Cornelian. We also have Self-Loathing, 99 bottles. This actually came out for another group. Interesting. And we have Light. Okay. So I'm hearing a fixer-upper. That's a weird way to talk about someone. I'm hearing that you're manifesting a fixer-upper, someone who has a lot more self-development to do, but I also think that this person is incredibly self-aware. I don't think they claim to be perfect. I think that they just want to be better. And by better, I mean they're only really comparing themselves to themselves at this point. I feel like you're manifesting a very strong masculine energy, but I also feel like you're manifesting a very, like this person with light and red carnelian. It's spelt as cornelian in this deck, but it's red carnelian. I feel like this person is just very like aware of energy, and they try to put their best self out there, and they try to be this positive person, and they try to bring sort of a fun energy. I don't know if they're actively aware of energy and stuff like that in manifestation and the law of attraction, but they are aware of the fact that when they try to be happy and when they try to kind of be in a good mood, good things happen. And when they're in a bad mood, they seem to attract more bad things. And so that's how they go off it. This person has a heavier side to them, and I think that their heavier side is the side that is very self-aware, is the side that has spent a lot of time analyzing self and being more aware of their shadows. Again, whether that's the language they use or not, this person is incredibly aware of all aspects of their personality, but they also come across as someone who knows that they have a lot to offer. They just know that they have a darker side to them as well. This is someone who, when they're in their darker side, they are fully aware of what they're doing, and they made the decision to be that way, if that makes sense. Like, they're not trying to be subtle, or they're not trying to kind of hide. If they are acting like that, it's because they want to, and it's because they know that they are in that. Whereas some people kind of dip into their shadow and they don't even realize. Let's see what tarot can tell us about this person. Who is this red carnelian light person? Who is group 2 manifesting? Yeah, they feel like a go-getter, very optimistic, could be a fire sign or an air sign. They are someone who is wanting to evolve. We have the King of Swords coming out reversed. They are someone who has been through something recently that forced them to take a hard look at their life and make some very big changes to their lifestyle and their well-being. I wouldn't be surprised if they've had a recent change of career, like in the last 2 years, or they've had like a huge shift in lifestyle, moved home, for example, and started doing things differently in their daily and weekly routines. What else can you tell us about this person? I feel like this is someone who may have experienced significant loss in the last 3 years as well, 4 for some of you, but it's a significant person that they lost. We have the 10 of Wands reversed. That loss made them appreciate more life more and kind of put things into perspective. We have the 6 of Wands, and it was the push that they needed to do something that was on their bucket list, which could be how the two of you meet. Maybe they used to live in a different location, they used to work in a different area, or they used to kind of partake in a different lifestyle, and you two would have never crossed paths. What else can you tell us about this person? Who is group 2 manifesting? They have a lot of fire to them. We have the Lovers coming out, a lot of air, a lot of fire. Back of the deck is the 5 of Pentacles. This is someone who is trying to change their material world. You're manifesting someone who is working on themselves very hard, and they know that they can't always be like you, but they also know that they have a lot of determination to kind of work with the law of attraction and maintain a high positive energy. I see that this is someone who is a little bit disconnected from divine, in the sense of they're not, maybe at the time that you meet them, they won't be highly spiritual, but I could see how you may impact this person to believe in certain things a little bit more, whether it's a religious version of spirituality or more of like a fluid version of spirituality. I feel like you and this person are kind of manifesting each other subconsciously. I think that you may even have a list of what you expect in a partner, and I wouldn't be surprised if this person kind of ticks that list, whether this is a romantic partner, a friendship. But I also think that they are a classic example of nobody's perfect, and with the good comes the bad and the ugly. And I just think that this person is put into your life to help expand your point of view and to help understand what you need as well as what you want. This person has a way of keeping it real, for example, and your energy sometimes feels like it can become a little bit diluted by possibility and fantasy, whereas this person has experienced enough of what harsh reality means to constantly be level-headed and grounded. I do think that they like to kind of get carried away sometimes with opportunity and chance and kind of throwing caution to the wind. I wouldn't be surprised if they were an adrenaline junkie, or if they have like a side of them that seeks thrill in that way. But I don't think that this is someone that likes to live in fantasy. I feel like this is someone who has experienced some really harsh consequences for their chasing adrenaline behavior. I can also see how this is someone who is trying to work on their finances right now. You may meet through somebody mutual, like maybe you're trying to get that loan and this person's trying to get a loan too. And that's how you meet, or you bond over that experience of trying to elevate your financial outcomes. I just think that this person has a bit of a weird feeling of being attached and detached at the same time. They may keep you at an arm's length only because they are trying to protect you, is what I feel, but also trying to kind of ascertain whether you are real and how the two of you fit into each other's lives, because they've been through so much change recently. They're not used to someone like you, and they're not sure how you fit together. So it may take a little while for this person to warm up to you, but I feel like you're both very drawn to each other, and you're going to really be given a lot of opportunities to cross paths before you both decide you wanted to accept each other's presence into your life, whether that's through making clear actions or whether that's by initiating more of like a friendship, in terms of making clear actions towards romance or initiating friendship. It feels like this is someone who is very confident when they want to be and very positive when they want to be, but they are also someone who, with the 10 of Wands here, has been through some karmic stuff. Like, they've lived, is what I want to say. They could have interesting Sagittarius placements or Pisces placements that put them in a position to learn some really harsh lessons throughout life. And I think that this King of Swords reverse just tells me that this person has a skeptical side to them that will always kind of, especially if it involves a prize or like, wow, look what you could win, they instantly think like, nah, this is a scam. You know, this person just wants to use me. Like, they're not going to actually give me 50 grand. Or that they always have that kind of cynical side to them that's like, this is too good to be true. Which is why, even though they're in a positive energy at the moment, and that's why the two of you are attracting each other, it may take a little while for this to become solidified into union. The other thing I can tell you about this person is they have this side to them that is trying to change their point of view. They have been, should I say, in the lead up to meeting you, they have been meeting other people, other acquaintances, other friends, other people in general, who have helped them look at things differently and understand things differently. I feel like this person has had a huge shift in perspective, and I think that they just have old habits of falling into that sort of cynical skepticism. I also think that with this Six of Wands, this is a fierce competitor when it comes to the game of life. They have made up their mind, they're not going to lose, and they are someone who will try and try again. They have a little bit of a hero complex at times. I think they will be someone who will like to look good around you, and they don't want to appear weak. They may have a hard time showing vulnerability at times. and they may need to kind of feel like they have a clear defined purpose within this connection, within this relationship, either a provider or a protector kind of feeling. Very masculine energy. And I also think that this is someone who they don't like to feel insecure about their material possessions. So if they are experiencing any form of financial change, which could indicate some hard times of needing to be on a strict budget, they're going to want to keep that from you. They're not going to want to show you at all. So that's what I'm seeing for you, group 2, when it comes to who you are manifesting. I think there's only one other thing I just quickly wanted to check. What was it, Spirit? Yeah, that's right. My bad. We're going to have a quick look at why this person is manifesting you, at why or how you are manifesting them really quick. In the extended reading, we're going to look at who is manifesting you. It could be the same person, but we want to have a look at why they're manifesting you, what they want with you, and who this person is in depth, and what they'll kind of be, what they're attracting, like how the two of you fit into each other's lives right now, like what a part of them is attracting what part of you, for example. So real quick, Spirit, with group 2, is this conscious or subconscious? How is group 2 manifesting this person? And can you give us a timeline? It's going to happen pretty quickly. It's going to happen pretty quickly. Max I'm seeing is like 6 weeks. Okay. The next air season. Sorry, I was just saying the next air season is significant. So if you're watching this in September, October, and November will be significant months. But I feel 6 weeks max. Is there anything else you can tell us about how group 2 is manifesting this person? Anything else about the manifestation? And how they're manifesting what they want to. Okay, that was quick. There's not much more about this person. We'll cover that in the extended, but we do have more to talk about when it comes to what you're manifesting. So let's put that over there for now. In terms of how, this feels conscious and subconscious with the Page of Wands. It feels like the more that you stay in your high energy, the more that you keep yourself curious and passionate, the more that you remain excited, and you're just like, it's not about being blindly optimistic with this Page of Wands. It's just about waking up with a sense of like, today is my day to just do what I want, and I'm going to give myself outlets. I'm going to give myself time to kind of explore, and it just feels like this really fun energy as well. I think that some of you, this is about cultivating new interests, new hobbies, new passions, and manifesting this person has a lot to do with how your interests have changed and been reshaped through all of this transformation that you've been through. Staying passionate, staying confident, and staying open and optimistic. That has a lot to do with this manifestation towards this person. When it comes to a time frame, 6 of Swords, so it could be 6 weeks max. I think that air season is significant. If this person is already in your energy, it could even be 6 days. The card indicates Mercury and Aquarius, which tells me that communication is going to fast track things. If you're not in contact, obviously it's going to take longer. But I feel like with Aquarius, this is about feeling each other out as well and getting a vibe off each other, connecting and understanding how you fit into each other's lives, getting that subjective opinion of who the other person is. You need communication to do that with Mercury, but you also need time to process that information. So that's why I feel if you're in the talking phase, it will be a lot faster. Otherwise, I think air season, the next 6 weeks. Now, when it comes to what you're manifesting, the other thing that you need to know is the 9 of Wands. So how are you manifesting what you want? It has a lot to do with not giving up and re-strategizing when you hit roadblocks and challenges. The 9 of Wands reversed is about giving yourself outlets and recognizing when you are tired, exhausted, frustrated, or when you need to try another alternative towards your outcome. I do think that it's time to call on a bit of help to reach your goals of manifestation when it comes to your material world. And I do think that's where that broccoli card comes into play. But productivity is saying don't give up. Just because you hit a challenge doesn't mean it's time to abandon ship and abandon hope. It's It's just about re-strategizing and considering other possibilities towards the outcome. I also could see your manifestation reshaping from when it was first conceived. Maybe originally you wanted to manifest this car, and then it turns out to be this vehicle instead that has that fits more with where you're at. It feels like the more aware you are of your emotional being, the more finessed your manifestation can be. It almost feels like when you started, it was a bit hazy, confusing, or too broad, and it's going to be exactly what fits in with your present energy, which is why you need those outlets to get more attuned to who you are and to figure out what the challenges are trying to tell you. Maybe the challenge is trying to say that the problem isn't your manifestation, but more the energy that you're currently in. Maybe you're trying to kind of fit yourself into a square when you're actually a circle now. And the best example I could give for that is maybe you're trying to manifest a house when actually the universe is clearly showing that it's time to move into the city and live in an apartment instead. Or maybe you're trying to manifest an apartment when it's time to leave the city and manifest a house in the suburbs or in the country instead. Feels like if a manifestation in your material world isn't going according to plan, it's because we need to look at the bigger picture, re-strategize, and give ourselves enough outlets so that we're not taking action and making decisions from a place of frustration. So that's what I'm seeing for you, group 2, when it comes to what and who you are manifesting. I'm going to take this into the extended reading now to have a look at who is manifesting you. As I said, we're going to pull a lot of information. It's not just who, because the chances are it'll be the same person here. We're going to have a look at why they're manifesting you, what they want with you. We're going to have a look at what they're expecting, and we're going to get advice on what you should do, because even though they're manifesting you, sometimes that's not in your best interest. So we'll get advice on what you should do. If you would like to join me in the extended reading, the link is in the description box. The extended reading will be on my website. If you are an Amethyst Hermie member, you will have access to all the extended readings as part of your monthly membership. If you aren't an Amethyst Hermie member, but you do rent a lot of extended readings, I highly recommend you look into it, see if it's something that would benefit you. It can be a lot more cost efficient, but I'm also trying to turn it into its own little community. So there is a strong sense of connection there through our posts and through our giveaway competitions. I highly recommend you check it out, see if that's something that you would like to be a part of. Thank you so much, group 2, for all of your time, your energy, and your support. It's been a pleasure to read for you. I hope this reading was helpful and informative. Remember to take what resonates. Do not let the rest take from you in these general readings, and I shall connect with you in another video. Bye. Hi group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose this smoky quartz palm stone, then this is going to be your reading. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are very different, group 3, to the other 2 groups. I'm pretty excited to get into your reading. We're going to be asking Spirit, what and who are you manifesting? There will also be an extended reading to today's video. We're going to be looking at who is manifesting you in the extended reading. We'll delve more into that at the end of this reading though. We got to start here to get there. So let's put these oracle cards to the side. As you can see, I have pre-shuffled some cards to get us on the right track. This will be telling us what you're manifesting, and this will be telling us who you're manifesting. So we are going to start with what. Let's reveal your oracle cards, and then we can clarify with tarot. So in terms of what you're manifesting, we have Camellia, Devotion. I didn't know you had plants called Camellia. I thought it was only carnelians. Interesting. If you have these plants in your area, or if you've got one in your collection, where are they native to? Huge question mark. It's just blowing my mind. But anyway, we have Devotion coming out first. We also have Purification, Snapdragon. And you got 2 cards. We have Hope, Daffodil as well. So in terms of what, the first thing that came to mind was good health. I feel like some of you are really manifesting good health. You are manifesting good news when it comes to your health, or for some of you, you're manifesting good health for someone close to you. I do feel like this hope and this devotion and purification has something to do with like prayers being answered about someone's well-being and their vitality as well. I also think that you have been very active in your manifestation. So I literally see prayers being answered with hope and devotion. Purification doesn't just have to be about your health though. It could have to do with the information that you're receiving. You may have been asking for clarity lately. You may have been asking for clear answers, for clear signs, for a clear direction forward, for clarity on a specific situation. I feel like overall this group has a lot to do with prayers being answered and you ensuring that something that you've put a lot of thought into is really going to pay off for you in the end. Now, I almost feel like you've put a lot of thought into something that you are manifesting here. And I do want to get tarot to clarify, but I'm feeling a lot of healing, a lot of sweetness, as though you're someone that often prays for other people, or you put like good intentions out for other people often. You may be a little worried about a loved one, and you may be trying to manifest something better for them. I see some of you guys literally trying to manifest like financial security for a loved one, or praying that your family is secure with this Taurus energy. It feels like this has a lot to do with maintaining some sort of stability and ensuring that ends are meeting. So I do feel like this hope, this daffodil card, has a lot to do with your physical world and who matters to you most, and you just really wishing well onto those around you. I see that you are someone who is very giving and you do take after your own. This is a group that seemingly includes other people in their prayers and manifestations, so it's very beautiful and wholesome. This Camellia card though, I want to come back to it. Devotion is interesting because it does kind of tie into that feeling of your loyalty towards others, but it also feels like this is something that you really want to happen, a manifestation that you're really wishing will come true. I feel like some of you with this purification card, I could see how you are manifesting some good news as well with Gemini and this air energy. I feel like some of you have a blurred line between prayer and manifestation. And I don't doubt that if you put something out into the universe, it comes back to you. I really feel like you're getting good news, something that you said, like, I really hope I hear this, or I hope I get this information today. I hope I hear back from them today, or I hope I hear back from them this week, or by the end of the month. I really feel like your words are powerful, Group 3. You have to be very aware of the fact that what you say does materialize. And I think that that card is also just talking about good news coming your way, but you have this incredible ability to kind of speak things into existence. And maybe that's because what you say is fairly realistic anyway, but I also just think that it's not a coincidence that what you say seems to happen. 41, 38, I kind of feel like things are moving for you. I see a new beginning. I see a new idea or new information sparking movement. I also feel like if things have been in a pause, or you've just been kind of patiently waiting, things are going to start shifting for you quite quickly. I can see how expansion is going to lead to a lot of momentum for you, and something that you start very soon is going to keep you busy for a while, because it feels like it's something that you want to really work on and cultivate into something more. Let's get some tarot out to clarify these energies. What is Group 3 manifesting? I do see stable employment as well for this group, but I'm having a hard time figuring out if you want it for yourself or if you're manifesting it for someone else. I see stability for sure with that Taurus energy. I also see the chance for you to just kind of have a bit of time off if you've been working really hard. There's two scenarios in this group. Either you've been working really hard and you're manifesting some time to recharge and indulge a little bit in your hard work, or you've been without work and you're manifesting financial security again. It's really split down the middle, but that Taurus is talking about taking care of your routine to ensure things are better balanced and that you get the best of both worlds, responsibility and indulgence. So clarify what Group 3 is manifesting, Spirit. What is Group 3's current energy manifesting? We have strength reverse, definitely some time out for some of you. Also patience coming to an end, or paying off, should I say. What is group 3 manifesting, Spirit? Okay, we also have the 2 of Candles, the 2 of Wands in this deck, and we have the Knight of Presents. Can I get one more card? What is group 3 manifesting? We have the 5 of Needles. This is the 5 of Swords. I'm going to have to push some of these out of the camera a little bit, just so I can fit everything in. All right, 5 of Needles, so you can go up there. At the back of the deck, ooh, we have Temperance, which I haven't seen in this deck yet. Interesting. And we also have the Knight of Needles. So Needles are swords, you guys. Presents are pentacles, and candles are wands. So I definitely see action. I see you manifesting action after things have been quite slow, steady, or just a bit too stagnant. I also see you manipulating, on my days, manifesting communication. And I see that if you've been waiting on something to happen, or you had to kind of surrender a process and leave it in their hands, someone else's hands to kind of initiate, I see that they will be taking action very soon and getting the process rolling again. It feels like some of you guys are waiting to hear back information, or you were told, you know, wait 5 days and then you'll get an answer from our office. I see that happening up sooner than you're expecting. You're manifesting quick results here. You're also manifesting, let's talk about this 5 of Needles first. You're manifesting a change in pace, a change in communication, and a winning outcome in a win-lose situation. So this is a feeling of winning at all costs. So it does feel like somebody else loses in order for you to win. But I feel like you knew that going into this situation. Stuck between a rock and a hard place, you're always going to choose a win for yourself and your loved ones. I see you, or someone that you really care about, gaining the opportunity to move forward while somebody else misses out on an opportunity. And it feels like you're aware of this. It feels like, you know, only so many people can be let into the program, so please let my son go in. And you know that other people's children aren't going to get in if your son gets in. That type of situation. I also feel like this 5 of Needles is talking about a change in pace, a change in communication, a positive shift in where things have been too stuck, stagnant, or stale, like a 4 of Swords moment where you're not getting any information. Now you are getting some, but it could mean that you have to think quickly, act quickly. You know, it makes me think like if you've been looking for a house for a long time and you've received no callbacks, no results, no successful outcomes, all of a sudden you're going to get a call, but they need you to complete the application within the day. That type of feeling, you know, like when it rains, it pours. You may have been in a drought for a while. Now all of a sudden things are happening, but they're happening quickly. Otherwise, you know, you could miss out on the opportunity. I do think that you're going to be temporarily busy, kind of finishing off something that you've already started, but this is the kind of change that you wanted. It may be challenging temporarily, but it's helping you get to where you want to be. I definitely see you standing up for yourself as well. If you've been put in a situation where someone's made you feel like an underdog, or hasn't been recognizing how much effort you put in, or how much sort of strength and how many skills you have, especially in a workplace setting, or I'm even seeing like a church setting where you get kind of the really laborious tasks, whereas other people get to kind of use their skills. Maybe you really wanted to be a part of the choir or Sunday school, and instead you're in charge of tea and coffee, you know, like whatever it is. I feel you speaking up more, kind of getting the chance to show your skills and being recognized for your skill set and for what you have to offer in certain situations. And that's really what I think this Strength card is talking about. There is a little bit of patience there as well, but there is this feeling of you getting to show yourself. And it feels like it's taken a while for you to do that. Sorry, I did just yawn. It feels like it has taken a while for people to see you like that, or for you to be in a position in which you're confident and comfortable enough being your true self. I could also see the Strength card reversed as your patience being rewarded. your faith being rewarded, and coming back to that strong feeling of devotion, because strength is sometimes about loyalty or a test of compassion and kindness being rewarded. I think that physically you're manifesting the opportunity to rebuild something in terms of your vessel, your health, or somebody else's health. That message keeps coming up. Especially if your body wasn't strong enough to do something, I think that you're manifesting the opportunity to do it differently. Like, say you've had surgery on your kneecaps and you really wanted to climb Mount Everest. I'm being very outlandish with this example, but it is just an example. Now you're going to have the opportunity to get to the top, or at least most of the way up, on like a helicopter experience instead. You know, it's kind of like not what you asked for specifically, but exactly what you wanted. I think with the Two of Candles being here, you are manifesting choices and the opportunity to kind of have a decision instead of just being forced to do something. I feel like you have two avenues opening up where it felt like you had nothing. The Two of Candles can be about a journey as well, and you feeling inspired to start taking more action and making things a bit more serious. I feel like you are physically manifesting doors opening for you and you getting the chance to do things outside of your usual comfort zone. I feel like this is going to happen slowly at first because we can only take on as much as we can handle. And this group either feels like they're still recovering from something, or you feel like you can only take on so much right now. But you're definitely going to have choices and the opportunity to do things differently to what you have been doing. I could see... Oh no, what did you do, Sausig? You okay? My dog just ate a piece of string and he's choking on it. You okay? Do you want to go drink some water? You okay? You okay, Sausig? Good boy, it's okay. We'll just watch him. Oh my Lord. Makes you so nervous having a young creature that you're responsible for. But anyway... The Two of Candles, there is this feeling of your pathway forking and you getting the chance to go left or right. And I feel like no choice is wrong, although I will be doing a reading like that very soon, that left, right, blue, red pill situation. I'll be doing that reading next week if you're interested, but I do think that you can't technically make a wrong choice. It's just that both paths lead to very different outcomes, so it depends on what your desired outcome is. Next, with this Knight of Presents, I feel like you're manifesting I want to say long-term growth, but I also want to say reward for your efforts, because I feel like consistency with you is key. And this Knight of Pentacles is often about having a plan and really seeing that plan through. So I do feel like you're manifesting either more clarity in terms of how to move forward, really hashing out the finer details with that Knight of Presents and coming up with a plan that you can count on and rely on, something that holds you accountable but is also realistic about the successful outcome that you could achieve with those accountable results. And on top of that, it's the goal of like getting to a destination. It's not just about a plan, and that's my goal. It's about, what is this plan building? What is this plan working towards? What is the overall goal that this plan is leading to? So I feel like you're manifesting clarity in terms of movement and how to move forward, but you're also manifesting successful outcomes based on the steps that you can take towards that successful outcome, if that makes sense. You feel like a group that's really trying to gain clarity, and you're really trying to figure out a clear, stable way forward after maybe going through uncertainty or stagnancy, both potentially. You're trying to figure out, how can I progress forward? And the other thing with that Knight of Presents is it's very much about your health again. It's about getting good news in regards to your health, or it's about having a plan that supports your health goals, your well-being, and ensuring that you achieve health-based goals by putting the right plan in place for your individual needs. So it's very interesting. I'd be curious to know if that is how that resonates, if you feel comfortable opening up. But next, let's have a look at who you are manifesting. So we have Amazonite coming out for you. We also have Forgive, And we have heart chakra. I love from my oracle deck. So I do feel like some of you are manifesting communication with someone who you need to have a conversation with. Maybe forgiveness is in order, is needed in order to really sort of get things where they should be. But I also think that it's beyond like forgiveness. I just think that it's about bringing that love back. So I'm getting two scenarios. I feel like this group is manifesting multiple things. You're manifesting a conversation with someone who you need to forgive or they need to forgive. And you're doing this because you want to be able to go back to a place of love and support without feeling pain from what you've been through. This is someone who you are happy to forgive, you're willing to forgive, not somebody who you would never in a million years think about forgiving. Okay, so take that message if it resonates. The other thing that I'm seeing is you're manifesting friendship. You're manifesting a community of people who you can feel safe enough to love and heal with, who you can gain empathy from, but who you can be supportive towards as well, and who can kind of build off the peace or help provide the peace that you need as you make changes in your life. I feel like some of you are manifesting a whole new friendship circle, not just one person. You're kind of going for the bigger picture here and trying to get the whole group involved. And this manifestation has a lot to do with you aligning with people who are like-minded, with people who share your interests, share your comedy. For some of you, you're wanting people that you can kind of connect with, laugh with. You think laughter is healing, or you need someone who has that similar sort of mindset and interest to you so that you can kind of connect more and have meaningful conversations with them, or at least conversations that are meaningful to you. And then for others, I feel like you're manifesting someone in your life who hasn't been able to come in until you forgive and let go of someone from your past who has hurt you, someone whose pain with you is taking up too much space for the companionship of this new person. It's really a mix of three scenarios, and you could resonate with all three, or you may only have messages in one of them. But I feel like for the third scenario, this is someone who is brand new, who you may meet in a group setting. You'll have very good conversations with them. They will be someone who aligns with your point of views, but you can also have some interesting discussions. They're very funny, they're very friendly, and they have this beautiful feeling of acceptance as soon as they meet you, which is what I feel you've been looking for, group 3. But I think that in order to manifest them into your life, you have to kind of forgive something that has already happened in order to create space for this person to come in. I think that this group is also manifesting the birth of a child, either for yourself or for someone else. I was getting this strong message of children, and then your bottom deck energy in the vessel deck was childhood with that egg imagery. So I do think that some of you, your health goals could be centered around fertility and conceiving, while for others it's just this strong feeling of nurturing, empathy, and being very supportive and being surrounded by supportive people. Let's get some tarot out to clarify who is group 3 manifesting spirit. Oops. You're going to be very different to the other groups. Yoda, no. No. Wait, no. Who is group 3 manifesting? We have the Knight of Wands reversed. Who is group 3 manifesting? We have the Queen of Swords. Who is group 3 manifesting? Okay, we have the Two of Cups. Who is group 3 manifesting? We have the Ten of Wands. The back of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups. So I've got to split you off into 3 different groups. I'm sorry, group 3. I knew this was going to happen to one of the groups. I just didn't know it was going to be you. So first of all of you are manifesting a wish fulfillment. All of you are manifesting connection and an emotional opportunity that you are already very invested in. This is an active manifestation. You're aware that this is what you want. You've been really trying to do the work to align with this manifestation. In terms of who, this is where you split off again. I want to address those who are manifesting someone from their past first. I see that this is about manifesting union, and this is about manifesting the ability to know if it is reconcilable. I feel like if you're manifesting someone who you cannot have union with, you're going to get that clarity very soon. You're going to realize that this person's actions and behavior have been avoidant for a reason, and you're going to see very clearly why you can't come into union with that specific person and why it is time for you to let go and start fresh. You're also going to realize what the lesson was, and that you do need to kind of set your sights higher and reevaluate your expectations. If union is possible, you're going to get a better understanding of why it's taken so long, of what the setbacks were on their side, and of how they have changed so that their energy is better aligned. Regardless of whether you are meant to be with this person or not, you're going to get the information you need to know whether it is worth your time waiting and continuing this manifestation for reunion. For those who will be successful in reunion, it's going to be a slow slope of friendship first, establishing trust and forgiveness before you can start to move the connection back into no, wait, that's enough. No, play with your toys. Good boy. Play with your toys. There we go. Good boy. And I think that for those who are seeking reunion and are successful, it is going to be about building that friendship foundation first and making sure that you both trust each other first. You will have to rehash the push and pull energy to take responsibility where necessary, but ensure that you're leaving room for accountability for the other person to step up and claim what it is that they need to do within their realm of control. It's going to be a bit of a lesson with the 10 of Wands. I'm not going to lie. It's not an easy situation, but it is rewarding, because if you are meant to be in union with this person, there's only so much longer that you're supposed to be doing all of this heavy lifting by yourself. A clear indication that union and happiness with them is possible is that they will return. And it won't just be you doing all the work in separation. You will be each going through this together, and you will be each willing to put in the effort to make it work. If you're the only one putting in the effort, you need to take a step back and reevaluate the signs that the universe has been giving you, because I'm seeing very clearly that if you're not meant to come into union, this person's actions and avoidant behavior are going to be very obvious towards you, and the universe is going to give you very clear signs that you may be wasting your time on somebody who has no intention of building the happiness that you want in a connection with them. So pay attention, please, and if you do get confused, take a step back, ground yourself, and observe the facts. Observe their actions and observe what they are choosing to do with their actions and with the information they have. Now, for those who resonate as coming into harmony with, or coming into union with, like a group of new friends, like you manifesting friendship on a grand scale, I feel like the goal is trying to kind of get you back out there. I do think that with this Knight of Wands reversed, you may meet in an unconventional setting. It could include being online, but I feel like your friendship group has to do with you being in a situation where you're around a lot of people at once. Think conventions, think like community groups, think like rallies or market events, anything where there is like a group activity. I feel like this is going to be difficult for you at first, because there is a strong feeling of putting yourself out there, but it feels like this has to do with you going along to some sort of event that you're already interested in, but you're not really as extroverted in the moment as you want to be. I feel like this is about you kind of putting yourself in a position where there is like a group setting, which you have that connection of like, we both like pottery. I took a pottery class. Now I have like 5 new friends. Or I really like making model trains. You know, I decided to go down to this convention, and I ended up meeting this group of guys who gets together once a month in my hometown, and we all make trains together. Whatever it is, it may be very quirky, it may be very specific, but I feel like you really need to kind of find your soul tribe by exploring how your interests are drawing other people together, if that makes sense. And that's how I think you get to be in the right place where you meet these people. That being said, friendship is going to be tricky in a group setting. I think that you're going to still kind of struggle to connect at first. This feels like a group that is learning to kind of open themselves up again. And maybe you're someone who doesn't think you need companionship as much as your energy seems to be manifesting it. I do think that a lot of you are going to have to learn how to let your friends in again. Especially if you make those new friends and acquaintances. It's going to be about you kind of learning how to ask for help, learning when to invite friends over, when to include people in activities. You may be so used to doing things by yourself. You go to these situations, these events by yourself, and then afterwards you tell them and they're like, why didn't you invite us? I would have loved to go with you. There's a strong feeling of you learning how to let people in again with whoever it is that you're manifesting group 3. And the last scenario of manifesting a completely new romantic partner, I feel like you are going to have to remain consistent with the expectations and standards you have, because I see this group manifesting people who are inconsistent before you end up manifesting someone who can match your expectations. I see a lot of casual people coming and going. I see people being interested but not serious. And I see you kind of standing your ground with the Queen of Swords and being very clear, either through communication or through actions, that you expect to be treated a certain way, or you expect your partner to be interested in certain things in terms of like serious commitment. And then that's how I see you kind of getting that. I feel like when it comes to love, this is a group who may have some flings and some casual affairs before you end up settling into a serious relationship next. Because I think that you're still either figuring out what you want, or you're still trying to forgive how somebody treated you in the past. And I do think that you still need time creating more certainty with your individual emotional being before somebody else comes in and sways you and makes the energy more dependent on them. I feel like this is a group who has the potential to lose themselves in their next partner unless they spend a lot of time solidifying that sense of self and who you are and what you need emotionally. I also feel like if you are manifesting a new lover, with the 10 of Wands, you're going to be tested before this person comes in terms of your boundaries and how you maintain boundaries. I feel like this is going to manifest in many different relationships. Not just romance, but with family, with friends. I could see how people are going to kind of come in to test how ready you are to share your life and to kind of open yourself up in a way that is healthy for you and in a way that is supportive towards you and what you want and need for yourself. So I do see some lessons being learned in love and connection, and I feel like when it comes to who you're manifesting, it's a reflection of you figuring out what you need and how to kind of let people get close to you without getting hurt or without getting taken advantage of. I hope that resonates, group 3. That's what I'm seeing for you. I'm going to take your reading into the extended now, where we will have a look at who is manifesting you. I think this will be interesting because you got a lot of energy on the first part of your reading. So we're going to focus very specifically on who the dominant energy is, who is manifesting you. We're going to look at how you'll recognize them / how you know them. And we're also going to look at what they want with you. What are they manifesting with you? Do they want friendship? Do they want love? Do they want, the two of you to be interested in the same things? Do they want a long-term commitment with you? What do they want? Why are they manifesting manifesting you. We're also going to look at advice for you. How should you react or act based upon this information? Just because this person is manifesting you doesn't mean it's always in your best interest. So we're going to have a look at what is in your best interest and how should you react to this situation. If you would like to join me in the extended reading group 3, the link is in the description box. The extended reading is on my website. If you are an Amethyst Hermie member, you'll have access to all the extended readings in this video, as well as all the extended readings from February 2020 that are on my website. If you're not an Amethyst Hermie member, but you do enjoy extended readings, I highly recommend you check it out and see if it's something that you'd like to be a part of. It can be very cost efficient if you're someone who buys a lot of extended readings, but it's also its own little community. So we do giveaways, I put up posts, and I always ask for feedback as well. So if you're interested, check that out. Otherwise, I really appreciate you being here, Group 3. Thank you so much for your time, your energy, your support, for supporting me, Free Tarot on YouTube in general, and this beautiful community. And I hope to connect with you in another video. Bye!